Hi everyone, it's Alice Eli. Nice to meet you guys again. For this video, I'd like to talk about safety concerns in the workplace. In my BSW undergrad degree, I did my internship at a place called Mercy Connections. And Mercy Connections helps women and men that are in the community that need help with anything, with learning English as a second language, transitioning from the corrections into the community, from just learning classes about yourself, developing who you are, a sense of where you stand in society and how you can better your connection with society, and how important community is in an individual and how important it is to feel involved in a community. So I did mine, a portion of my internship with Mercy Connections in the corrections, and I worked in the women's facility corrections, and there I felt like there was a lot of different safety concerns for me. One, the women that were coming into class, sometimes they were really high. They were on drugs that I may have seen them to be more manic, very more aggressive, showing more aggressive behaviors, aggressive language, speaking louder. A lot of things that in the video that we watched for safety in the workplace talked about the violence that happens, and that most people that become violent, speak louder, they become more aggressive language, aggressive behaviors. So I saw some of those things in the prison, in the correction system. Also, there's different things like I had to be aware of my own body language and how that would portray to these women, because if I came off as this like negative, strict person, they're going to be resilient and they're going to come back and they're going to push and push and push and come at me. But if I went in there with a calm, very compassionate kind of state of mind where I wasn't judgmental and I was just like one of them, they were going to be fine. So there was one day, there was an incident where we were in groups. My daughter at the time was being bullied. So this kind of brings back, influences your personal life and your professional life can sometimes clash, and that's due to like different situations that may be similar in both professional and personal life, but could also at the same time put yourself at risk. One of the ladies were being bullied by another lady in the facility, constantly being bullied. She finally, and she was more of the quiet type, stood up for herself, and a fight broke out. I did go and kind of in the correction system, they don't like you to side, and I didn't physically say out loud that I was siding with someone, but my body showed I had drifted over to this other woman who I had felt was like more the victim. And I put my hand on her back, which in a facility you cannot touch the inmates. My supervisor caught on real quickly and was like, "Oh, Alice." And then we talked about it after, and I was like, well, why did I do that? Like, why was I know that I can't, for one, put my hand on the back of an inmate's back just to try to comfort them. I know that siding with someone is not going to help in a prison facility setting, actually in all, just not siding at all, trying to get to the root of the problem. But for some reason, I think because my daughter was being bullied so much, I went towards that. I put myself at risk where I could have been attacked by either one of these inmates. In the classroom where we were, there was no officer. So I was alone with these inmates, except for with my supervisor, who also is a woman. So we didn't have the security that we should have had. Another thing, one thing that I would do differently would definitely be mindful about my body and the way I'm presenting myself, because I think that can cause a lot of safety risk for you yourself, is not being aware, especially when you're working with people that are in the correction facilities or people that are in crisis. Currently at my internship now, I and working with children that are in crisis. And the really only safety thing that I would see as potentially a safety risk is that I could be hurt by one of the children's as they are throwing their temper tantrums in an episode, throwing their fits. They may lash out at me, they may throw things at me. But again, me just being mindful about my environment and where I am, and just being very vigilant will change these things, and I can change the outcome and prevent any other safety issues that might come up. And that was all. I hope you guys have a great day and you enjoyed my video. Thanks. Bye.